Hey Beth Emmanuel kids, I hope you're all happy and healthy. I have a craft for you. Today we are going to make some edible bugs. Ooh! Here we have a little spider and a butterfly. Remember this past June Shabbat lesson where cuneiform Carol, aka Rabbi Carol, was talking about the kashrut laws or the kosher laws? It tells us what God says we can and cannot eat. And even this past Tuesday in the kids Zoom meeting, we talked about cricket casserole and the kosher bugs we can eat and can't eat. Well, you probably don't want to go around eating a cricket, but you'll probably want to have these tasty treats: a sweet spider and a savory butterfly. Here's what you'll need to make them. For the spider, you're going to need chocolate sandwich cookies with vanilla cream in the middle, or any other kind of cream cookie, that would work too. You're going to need marshmallow fluff, which yes, it is kosher, some shredded coconut, a little bit of food dye, and some chocolate chips. Also, I would recommend gloves just to be healthy, and also because the food dye might make your hands a little messy. You're gonna need adult supervision for this. To make the butterfly, all you'll need is turkey, pepperoni, and a cheese of choice. I decided to use provolone because it goes well. All right, so let's get started. We are going to start with our butterfly. We are going to need 2 pieces of pepperoni for their wings, and half a piece of cheese for the rest of the butterfly. So, to make the wings, we're going to take a piece of pepperoni, and our kitchen shears. Now, Mom and Dad should have this. If not, just clean off a regular pair of scissors and you can use those, but remember to have adult supervision cutting, alright? And we're just going to cut the first piece of pepperoni right down the middle in half, okay? For the second piece of pepperoni, we're going to do something a little bit different. So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to cut off one side, a little away from the half mark, and then cut off the other side, again, a little away from the half mark, alright? Now you're going to have this one little strip, and we're going to take that, careful, your fingers are out of the way, and we're going to cut that right down the middle, like so. That one's a little tricky, but we did it. All right, and those are gonna be your wings and antennae. Now for the body of the butterfly, it kind of depends on what kind of cheese you have. My cheese was round, so to cut the kind of thick strip I need for the middle, here's what I did. I cut it in half, and then kind of similar to the pepperoni, I cut away from this side, and then I cut away from this side, and then I cut this down the middle, giving me 2 strips for the body of my butterfly. But if you had a square piece of cheese, you could just cut something off the edge and cut that in half. Alright, so now let's assemble our butterfly. Okay, I'm gonna try to move my stuff a little bit closer so you can see how to make it. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take 1/2 of our body, we're gonna put it down there. You're going to take your larger wing and put it on top. Take the other one, put it on the other side. Alright, and you want everything to kind of be at an angle. Again, you're going to take the smaller wing, make sure it's touching the top wing. Same on the other side. Right, now we're going to lay the other half of our body on top. And then we just put our 2 antennae on, and we have a beautiful kosher edible butterfly. Yay! So now it's time to make our spider. The first thing we're going to do is color our coconut. So there are other things that you could use for the legs. This is all I had around in the house. Something that would actually be better to make the legs would be if you had those like skinny pretzels, or if you had fruit leathers that you could cut up into little strips. That would work way better than coconut, but coconut is what I had in the house, so I'll show you using that. Maybe you're like me, you don't have that much else in the house. Alright. So you're just going to take a little bit of coconut. You don't need a lot. You're only going to use like 8 pieces of coconut, but it's hard to find the longer pieces in here, so I just put out a little. I mean, it's probably about 1/2 cup, 1/3 of a cup. Again, you can just eyeball it. And then we're going to take a tiny bit of food coloring. Again, you're going to want adult supervision and to wear gloves because this will temporarily stain your skin if you don't use gloves, okay? I'm putting 4 drops in there. And now I'm going to mix it up. This is the fun part, kids. You gotta use your hands, mix it around. It might take a while for it to incorporate. All right, I'm gonna have to add a few more drops. Here's how it looks so far. It's a little of a lighter blue than I want, so I'm gonna add a few more drops. But if you were okay with this color, you could leave it, but I wanted to match the cookie a little bit more. Alright, I think it's about dark as it's gonna get. And you can see that the food coloring kind of, temporarily discolored the bowl. I would use a plastic bowl for this. Alright, so now that that's done, we are going to start with the spider. So I'm gonna move my cutting board back here. Alright, so you take your chocolate sandwich cookie and your marshmallow fluff. And the marshmallow fluff, you only need a very, very, very small amount. It's really just to help the chocolate chips or the eyes to stick on. So you take really a tiny, tiny amount and you kind of just smear it on like that. I mean, try to make it kind of round if you can, but it's a little tricky. So just do your best. The good thing is that it's gonna get covered up by the chocolate chip, and even if not, it just looks like the white of an eye. So. Alright, and those are the beginning of our eyes. Next, we're going to take our mini chocolate chips. You could use full-size chocolate chips if that's all you have. The minis are kind of a little cuter. Alright, I just need 2 of those. Okay. And you're just going to put it right on top of your fluff for it to stick. Alright, and those are our spider's little eyes. And now you just need the legs. So to stick the legs, you don't have to use fluff on the bottom. Like if you just wanted to put it on your plate without using, the sticky stuff on the bottom, that's fine. Or if you don't have fluff, what you can do to get around that is that you could just assemble it on the plate and then eat it so it still looks like a spider, but if you don't have anything to help it stick on the bottom. So I'm just putting a little on this side and then a little on this side. Again, it doesn't have to be a ton. This stuff is really sticky. Okay? And then I'm gonna use my coconut. So using coconut, as I said before, is not my first choice. So you're gonna have to pick out some of the longer pieces and we'll be right back. Alright, just looking for one more strand, guys. 4 hours later. JK. Oh, I think I got it. Alright, so I got 8 little strands of coconut to make my spider, and I'm running out of space on my cute little cutting board. We'll see if I can do this. So, you just assemble your legs, as so, 4 on one side, and 4 on the other. These legs aren't going to be perfect, but I'll kind of make it look like the spider is in motion crawling around. Okay. And voila! Oh, one of his legs got stuck in his fluff. There you go. Right. Ta-da! Yay! So our spider and our butterfly. That was fun, right? You know what the kosher laws remind me about? They remind me about how God cares about every details of our life. It's like Rabbi Carol said, God didn't give us these laws to tell us, oh no, you can't eat that, oh no, you have to eat this. He told us those laws to help us and protect us. In fact, a lot of research shows that keeping a kosher lifestyle is a healthy lifestyle, even if they don't call it that. But the way God told us to eat is a very healthy way. And you might think, well, why does God care about what I eat? It's because He cares so much for you. And He cares more than about what we eat. He cares about everything we do all the time. And that should encourage us that God loves us so much that He wants to help us in every area of life. I know that things have been a little tough lately. I'm I'm sure for all you kids it's hard not seeing your friends at school and things like that, but I want to encourage you that God cares about every detail of your life and He's here to help. Keep on trusting that God is working everything for your good, and I hope that you enjoy this little treat. Post pictures if you make it. Alright, I love you kids. Have a good Shabbat. Bye. Don't stop, Josiah. I'm going to edit that out so I don't know. Come out.